Phyrexians have some really cool cards, and I was not really looking forward to building a deck around them due to the fact that most of them are very susceptible to exile-based sweepers, and right now in the metagame we have a lot of Sunfall and a lot of Farewell, so I really didn't expect that this deck would do well at all. But turns out that I actually queued up 4 times with this deck so far, and all 4 of them were Sunfall decks, and I managed to beat 3 and then losing to one of them in the end. But it seems like there are enough tools to give you a decent shot at beating out those sweeper decks. And in that case, what you're left with is a deck that will be very powerful against other creature decks. And that is exactly what we're at right now with this Abzan Phyrexian kind of enchantment go wide deck. Essentially, this deck started off as a Orzhov deck, playing the card that I just forgot to keep on the screen because I didn't know it would delete it. But it is the 3-drop, the Bloated Processor that was in a Glissa slot here in the 3-drop slot. But I really do think this card is a little bit too susceptible in this metagame. Again, exile-based sweepers are all over the place, and it seems like it might fit into a different style of Phyrexian deck than this specific one. But you know, it's not to say that this card is weak by any stretch. It is actually a really, really good card. But once I figured that I could cast Glissa, I really, really wanted to play Glissa Sunslayer, as it is a card that has an immense impact in control matchups and also seems to be extremely powerful in creature matchups. So Glissa, 3/3 first strike death touch, and when it deals combat damage, you draw a card, you lose 1 life, or you destroy an enchantment, or you remove up to 3 counters from target permanent. All of those are absolutely fantastic. All right, so other than that, we have the Toxic strategy as well on top of that, with the Phyrexian 1-drop that makes a color smite when it dies, and the Death Touch Toxic 1/1/1, which is actually a very, very good card in this deck, allowing you to stabilize the early game and also get sometimes some guaranteed toxic damage directly to their face. Skrell's Hive is pretty much core to this deck, along with Wedding Announcement, allowing you to go really wide and using the Lantern Flare that scales off of you the amount of creatures you have to deal damage and gain life. The Butcher is a Phyrexian Lord, and it has the ability to give Menace on ETB to all Phyrexians, and also you can bring it back from your graveyard by sacrificing an artifact or a creature, and we have a lot of those with Skrell's Hive, the Wedding Announcement, and the Wandering Emperor. I also have Tokasia's Welcome, that is extremely, extremely good with the Miraxes. I have a 4th one in sideboard, and the Skrell's Hive and the Wedding Announcement, allowing you to pretty much draw a card guaranteed at least once per turn, which is actually really, really good as an engine. I can't really find room to fit more of it, but if I could, I probably would. There is another card that I didn't think about until now, and I just realized that I kind of forgot about it, since it's a card we don't see often. That is Rite of Oblivion, which I actually think is fantastic in this deck. And you can definitely use that instead of Lantern Flare if you feel like you don't need the life gain. You can also put it in the sideboard as well, no problem. Maybe instead of Go for the Throat or something like that. I do think Rite of Oblivion should be in this deck. I don't really know where right now because I would have to play with it. But if I had to guess, it would definitely maybe be instead of 1 Lantern Flare, and maybe instead of 1 Go for the Throat sideboard, possibly. And the question is, do I need 3 Lantern Flare? If so, I would probably have to put another one in the sideboard, which means I would cut 2 Go for Throat. It's a little bit complicated without actually testing this card in action, because I don't know if it's actually as good as I think it is. It should be. That's all I know. It should be really good, but I can't really figure that out without actually playing it. So you're going to have to test that out for yourself. If you have Rite of Oblivion, go ahead and slap it into the deck. Definitely test it out for yourself. Other than that, just a standard Shield Red. Card's broken. I don't really know what else to say about it. It can win you the game by itself. So any deck, I would highly advise any deck that's playing black to just play 4 Shield Red. Like, the opportunity to simply win the game off of casting a 4-drop is kind of absurd. So you might as well play all copies of it. A few little tech cards, or not really tech cards, but a few 1-ups in sideboard. We have an Elspeth, and we have an Elspeth again. 4 and 5 mana. This one is really good because it can give Glissa a additional ability from lifelink or vigilance or flying, which is actually fantastic. And it can also minus to get Glissa or Wedding Announcement, which is also fantastic. Got a Sunfall as well, a Stone Brain, which has actually been pretty good, allowing me to, you know, take farewells and take Sunfalls. And it's actually been relevant, the one match that I drew it in. And, you know, I'm not too unhappy about it. Second Tokasa is welcome, obviously. Card's really good in this deck, so I wish I could play more, but it's kind of difficult. This deck needs a lot of tools because it's a pretty straightforward deck. So it needs tools to deal with things that are very good against it, notably Sunfall and stuff like that. So that's why I have 4 Duress, Stone Brain, a bunch of Planeswalkers, and another Myrex in the sideboard to deal with those control matchups. So I have less slots for the aggro matchups. Anyways, this deck has been a lot of fun, and I think it is actually quite good. I will probably keep exploring this archetype, or this specific build seems to be going in the right direction. So I'll keep taking a look at it in the future. Anyways, I hope you enjoy these matches. Screw it. I don't know, triple 1-drop opener could be like insta-win. Depends on the matchup. Oh, that's a really good draw. I was also thinking about playing Raska, which I probably should play. A ramp is kind of bad actually for me. That's a good draw though. I mean, it depends. Ramp, if they don't get tracks it down too early, I think is okay. Interesting decision. Okay. Also interesting decision for me. I'm going for the Mercs. Keep up the poison pressure. Sweeper bust? Nope, that's not a sweeper. Looking like a bust to me. I black source though. I don't think I have enough black sources actually, but it's not that far off. Just didn't do the math. I mean, with Myrex, the problem is how do I count Myrex? Because I need it, but I would have to choose ideally between these two. Annoying. Stone Brain attracts, that would be relatively powerful. Find Scoldwiller in this matchup to actually be pretty good. Count Myrex is half. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably correct. Well, it's not even that. It's like 1/4, I think. It's not even half, because if it doesn't hit the ground on the turn you're casting the spell, it doesn't work. Hey, Ursay. Hey, Bellin. Again, I think processor is just bad. That's like the second time that I've found this card to not be good. Also, Butcher is not looking too good in this matchup either. Norn. Just go super low curve poison, probably. That's the best strat, I think. Planeswalkers. Some card draw. Some more walkers. Or another shield red. I don't know. Yeah, but I don't like a point 0.5 is a mana dork is considered point 0.5, but it always taps for that color of mana. I find the point 0.5 thing to be too too optimistic when it comes to Mirax. But I could very well be wrong, it's possible. That's pretty annoying. That hard counter Skull Dweller, that makes Skull Dweller a lot worse. I just started the stream. What games? Oh, that is annoying actually, I forgot about that. Yeah, I think yeah, I probably should have dressed. Well, I didn't expect that on 2. I was trying to get some poison in, but didn't end up working out because I top decked Wedding Announcement, then I had no more opportunity to play this. Now they're just gonna ramp. And I guess that's okay as long as they don't have a sweeper. Ramping by itself is not worth that much. Especially if they don't get a land here. That's good. I also milled a lot of cards that I don't want here. I want land. That's fine, whatever. I think I go for double draw here. I don't think this holds much value at this point. Okay, land has been acquired. Then I go duress into welcome probably. And I make tokens for sure. Yeah, me drawing there was actually not good. That's also not great. Okay, there's not much going on. I do have to be careful about this, so I guess I probably take that. No, actually, if I take the removal spell... How scary is this? Probably not that scary. Ooh, not trading there is interesting. I'm a little bit scared of that, but there's really no counterplay. At the very least, if they take one turn off and Archangel here, I can be in a really good spot. Also, how much mana is this? 10? It does cost 10 mana, so... I guess they're going for ramp. Yeah. Probably means they have some sort of, like, really insane combo they can go for here next turn. If only had Loran or something. It just gets Atraxa. Atraxa is a Praetor? I mean, if it gets Atraxa for 10, that's totally fine. I don't think I need to play that. I just do this and Wandering Emperor, right? If even, maybe I just play this. What's a weaker creature? Probably... Honestly, it's probably this. Yeah. That's not very good, obviously. Very obviously. 7/7 on the board. I might have to hold Wandering Emperor. Oh, probably not though. I need to draw. Oh, I have the Death Touch, but no, Death Touch works, kind of. Nah, that's okay. So they're probably activating that. And they could double ping that, get the thing. Oh. Wow, they're letting me attack. That's huge. Two draws here.
Let your blade do the talking. May your blade strike true.
If I play around another sweeper here, there's no guarantee. I think there's also, I mean, there's multiple lines here. There's the Skull Dweller line, and then there's the Shield Red line, obviously. I think I have to go for the just one Skull Dweller, probably. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Both Skull Dwellers, I guess. That's not bad, actually. Maybe. They have some fall number 2, whatever. I'm going for it. I'm going for the win. I don't think there's any good line other than this one. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, then I probably win. Okay. Depends what this gets, really. If it's something I can also interact with, that would be good. Like, if it's shielded, it's fine. Okay, then. Alright. Just have to pray they don't have Farewell, I guess. Not like I have the luxury of playing around it. On a Mulligan to 5, and especially as I just mentioned, this deck gets absolutely wrecked by sweepers. Of course, I would have to queue up immediately into sweeper deck on a Mulligan to 5 and flooding. Still win. I have 3 Murex. 3 Murex. I gotta find one. The fact that I haven't found one is really annoying. And I'm actually scared because now, since I dodged Sunfall, which means I'm probably getting hit by Farewell. I'd guess. Hope I draw Wandering Emperor at least, something to get me back into the game. Another removal spell in a control matchup. I only have 3 of those. Yeah, that's probably a good sign. I'm still dying, which is not cool. Have some life gain, I guess. That might be lethal next turn. That could be interesting. Although, I mean, there's no way they don't have a sweeper by now, right? And it's possible, I guess. I got unlucky, so maybe they get really unlucky and don't find a sweeper. Up 20. Unlikely, but you never know. Could still win next turn. But they probably have another Sunfall. I'm fine at this point. Yeah, this is the worst possible matchup for this card. I could have swung with everything. I don't know. Then I just hit my guy with the flare, maybe. I don't know. That's what I'm gonna do anyways. Ah, this only gives lifelink to toxic stuff. That is actually quite annoying. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. That probably means they have no sweeper, so I mean, I should always do this anyways. Nah, I can't self-sack. That would be extremely broken. I was considering also nuking this, but it still doesn't play on Farewell, and that's the main way I lose this. Good thing I
I've learned
played on that turn though,
my travels.
when I had
Let
6.
me keep watch for intruders.
They minus, which is making me think that they don't have a sweeper for sure,
May your blade strike.
which is good. Okay. Well, that's cool. Take what I can get. I'm pretty sure this is just not. Uh, oh, this is not good. Field red is not bad because I can just play it and then just sit. I'll probably cut this. Gold Dweller is interesting, but it's also one of my only 1-drops. It does trade very poorly into farmhand though. Yeah, I'm replacing it with the rest basically. Butcher is not great without the other things. Now I'm just bad mono white. That's the problem. This is a really bad matchup. I guess I need to wander. I don't know. More walkers wouldn't help that much, but I mean, yeah, it would be okay. In the main deck, it's mostly about the post. Like game 1, I'm not gonna win, even if, or I would have to make the deck bad. Is invasion good versus control? It's fine. Can't say it's fantastic. It's just okay. It's better if you have other things that tax. By itself, I would say it's not great. So I don't have Murex. I probably have to play like a 4th Murex somewhere. For these matchups, it's just so hard without it. Would be winnable if I actually had them. Good. If I find Stone Brain, it would be ideal here. Can get rid of Farewell, and then I just can't lose, right? I'd have to play second Stone Brain. I don't know. There are ways around this, but I definitely need to try to fit in another Mirax, I think. That's good. Okay. They don't have 9 mana, which is the best case for them.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
Could definitely choose to play more of this as well. The difference between me having a Mirax and not having a Mirax is just too much.
Guards, to me.
It's possible playing the welcome was correct. I don't know. Really scared of farewell, but I might be playing around it a little bit too much. Actually, that takes their token. I don't think that's too bad. I probably should have played this. That was definitely a misplay.
We've got the edge in this fight.
At least there's the downside now for farewell. Kind of interesting. I think I can deal with that.
Here I am. I am here to learn.
Maybe. I guess not anymore. Still nothing, huh? That's just disappointing. No Mirax. I really need it. Or another Wandering Emperor.
May your blade strike true.
I don't think that playing this actually impacts the board enough.
There is much the past can teach us.
Alright, please. Just give me a Mirax at least. Or second Wandering Emperor. That's good. Gotta make sure if they have spot removal, I don't get screwed over here. Our Wandering Emperor is pretty important. Odds are they don't have another sweeper in hand. Two gone.
Now that is an interesting fact.
I'm gonna cut the invasion. Yeah, I need more cards for control decks. Fourth Mirax probably on the board. Unless I can find a way to play in the main deck, which theoretically is possible. Does mean all my sideboard cards are much weaker though. On the fence with Dweller? This thing is broken against creatures though. It's basically like having 1 mana destroy any creature. If you enjoy my content and would like to help me keep making it, consider supporting me over on Patreon, where you'll get access to a bunch of bonus videos, as well as other rewards depending on the tiers. And thank you so much to all the lovely patrons that are already subscribed. I appreciate it very much. And I will see you all in the next video.